this computer. There we go. Okay, we are recording. So, hello, the people that are missing. So, MailerLite, why don't we start with what your questions are? Like, if I said to you, finish this question for me, Rachel, how do I, what is it you want to know how to do?
How do I create a sequence following a freebie?
Okay.
Basically.
Okay. Thank you. That's really good. Anybody got another real specific, like, if I don't find out how to do this, this is holding me back?
Well, I've never used it or looked at it, so.
Okay, so we're like absolute beginner from Sharon's point of view. Okay, Ben, how far have you got with it?
I haven't used MailerLite before. I've used email marketing systems before. I've never really built sequences.
Okay.
Now, I guess one of the questions for me is, so I'm going to have a type form sort of like quiz on my website where people ask questions and they get a score, and that hopefully generates a lead. So how can you integrate it with Typeform?
Okay. Well, that's an easy one to cover. I've got no idea.
Fantastic, thank you. And another question is, I assume, do you build landing pages with it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where my freebie's at.
Yeah, it's on a landing page. Yeah. Okay. So Thais is a little bit further forward with being able to figure all out, what you can do with it.
Finally.
You did say achiever. You did say you were like. So, right, what I'm going to do then is the first thing I'm going to do for you, Sharon, is just suggest that you head to, what's going on with my computer? Head to the tutorials in there.
Yeah.
There is an awful lot that you can pick up on a tutorial. And obviously with their tutorials, they've got all the proper equipment for showing you like a test account and really walking you through what you can see at each screen.
Okay.
So why is it not sharing my, right, let me stop that. And then if you've got any more questions, then obviously you can, right, can you see my screen?
Showing Word document.
Yeah.
Right, hang on, let me do that again, because that looked like it was showing you something else. Ah, here we go. Right, now you can see my MailerLite screen, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see up here on the sort of menus, you've got like a basic dashboard which walks you around your account. You've got your campaigns, which is your emails. You've got your subscribers, which is your people, who you've got on your list. You've got forms, which is how you're going to capture people's data. And if you don't capture people's data on a form, which is if you've got a different website somewhere else, you might build a form on here and use that form on your website to embed into a particular page or a particular pop-up. But I don't do that. It sounds like Thais doesn't do that. Instead of having another website somewhere else, we use these sites. So you can build a website in MailerLite, or you can have landing pages, and that's what I've got. So
and you can glue that to your current WordPress site.
So you could, yeah, I mean, you could link just using a URL, button if you want to have something seamless like that. And all the user's going to see is obviously the URL up here will change.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So in terms of like the way that the landing pages look, I mean, it's a hell of a lot quicker than building a WordPress site, I'll have to tell you.
Oh yeah, it's fast.
It's fast. It's really, really fast. So this is a landing page that I've built for my challenge coming up. So that is a slide that I've built in Canva, just one image.
That's what I did. Mhm.
Yeah. And then that's a button that you can build. And I'll show you how to do this in a minute. You just pick these options from like a bar. And so I'll say, right, I want to insert an image. I want to insert a button. I want to insert a divider. That's that red line. I want to bring in a header. I want to bring in some text. I want to bring in a button. I want to bring in a divider. And you can literally just grab it and dump it on. Literally just grab and dump, grab and dump, grab and dump. Then here, to try to create a little bit more design, I've created, it doesn't show like that on a proper computer, but I've created like a slide that I've saved with a transparent background that I can then bring in and use to add some extra like design work to it. So again, you know, this is a text box with a designed background, a button. What is this? This is what they call content plus text with a yellow background on it. I've got some of you might be on here actually, some testimonials with the designed
Oh,
background.
there's Claire.
Yeah, Claire's on there. There she is. And
Oh,
Thais.
yeah, Thais, you're on there. Fun Me, she's in sales school. So, you know, just proof that Profit Project was amazing. And then, you know, this is a background of me with text overlaid on top, text box, little table that I can bring in, a button, more testimonials, a countdown, and then a form.
Oh, so you put the form.
Yeah, so what I do, Thais, is I've got one form on the page. But above it in the design page is what you call an anchor. And so every time somebody hits that button,
Goes down.
the button's above, it takes them down there.
Yeah.
And then they get onto the challenge. So really, 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 really simple way of building a web page. Much quicker than WordPress. The only difference is you're going to have a slightly different URL. And this particular one is converting really well. Like 1 in 4 people that visit sign up. So
Wow, that's really good.
That's
That
really
is good.
That is a good. I'm really, really happy with
Yeah, that's amazing.
with that page. So when you create a landing page up here, look, you give it a name. Actually, I won't do that because I don't really want to create a new one. If I was to go into the edit part of that. You could have like landing pages. I've had them for like a free webinar. You could have a landing page for free downloads, or you could have a landing page for a paid service. It really, you know, doesn't matter. Obviously, it's a lot slower than than anything else I've ever used. Actually, this is. You notice that, Thais? Like,
Yes.
No.
I have mine up, and it was a little circle of death for a minute there.
yeah, this is the slowest bit of kit I use in everything I use. It's the slowest, but I forgive it because I love it.
Yes.
There we go. So there's my landing page. So you've seen what it looks like from a user point of view. Now you can see what it looks like from a, you know, building point of view. So as I hover over it, you can see that's just one box, look. And if you click onto it, it tells you what that box is called. That is an image. And I could go off and I could create a URL, you know, a link for that image if I wanted to. I could move its alignment. I could delete it, put a different in there. I can go to settings. I can make it more space from the top.
Yeah, so it's a nice simple landing page builder.
Really, really, really simple.
And you use Canva to create a lot of the content.
I've used Canva to create that. And then what I do in Canva, once I've created the slide, as in the PowerPoint sized item, I then from there go and create squares for Instagram, Instagram story shapes, Facebook images, and Canva will just resize, and you just shuffle it all around. And it is just so quick, really, really quick. So, you know, in Canva, I bring in, you know, this laptop. So that in Canva, you call that laptop a frame. If you search for laptop frame, it'll bring in a frame with an image, and then you can just shove an image on top of it. So easy. I brought in that image, I duplicated it and reversed it, just picked out some of the colors to make it look funky, put like a bit of an effect on that text, put an effect on that text, and just, you know, I'm not the best designer in the world, but it kind of, you can fudge to make it look a bit more designed than I'm capable of. But yeah, you know, like you can bring in little emojis.
Well, it's calling attention, so yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
and it's converting at 1 in 4. So that's,
hey, look, not many emails convert at 1 in 4. Not many emails get opened at 1 in 4.
yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy with this. So just to show you that anchor, there you go, down here, look. Placeholder of section apply anchor is not visible in preview mode, so it's telling you, look, this isn't going to show in real life, but that is where all those buttons drop down to. So if you go up to here to this button, look, it will say, what do you want the button to say? And then what do you want the button to actually do? Do you want it to link somewhere? Do you want it to bring up a pop-up? Do you want to take the somewhere, or do you want to anchor it? And I'll just say apply anchor, and it'll take them down the bottom. Yeah, real simple. Once they then fill in that form, you can see up here they go to a success page, and so up here that's what they see next. Once they're in, they see that, and at the very same time that they see that, MailerLite recognizes that they've now gone into a group that I've preset for them, and I've got an automation that then triggers on the fact that that subscriber has now entered a group.
That's what I need to figure out how to do.
Yeah. Okay.
How to link that together.
Great. So that is the web page, the landing page, right? So I put that landing page everywhere, all over the place, getting as many people as I can to get onto that landing page. You get all the analytics then that help you to figure out, you know, is the landing page effective? I put some SEO settings on it. I set it up so that when I share it on social, it brings in a graphic. It says some, you know, what I want it to say. And then I set it, when somebody subscribes, that is where they go. They go into my 4-day challenge group. And at the moment, there's 51 people in that group. Okay. So now if we go across to my subscriber tab and look at my groups, there's my 4-day challenge with 51 people in it. And once I get into that group, you can do all sorts of things to like filter down and look for people, look for certain behaviors, but it'll give you like your basic view here of how many sent emails you've had to those people, whether they've opened it, whether they've clicked, the date and time that they subscribed, and it'll tell you where they are. What else? There's a few other fields you can have. I haven't got any. Oh, that just takes me to the end. Yeah, it stops for me. It stops at location, but you can add lots of other fields if you want to. I have myself in that group because I just like to receive the emails in the same time as my clients do, just for my peace of mind. So
that way you know it's working.
Exactly. So I'm always my first subscriber. So landing page goes out. Person then subscribes, ends up in a group, tagged as being a group member. And at the point that they do that, I have this set up. So this is my automation area. So this is telling me now that there's 53 people in the queue to get an email based on the automation that I've sent out. 99 emails have already been sent. 37% have opened them, 12% have clicked them. If I want to, I can go and see who's done what. You can see if anybody's unsubscribed. So you can see there, 2 nosy people have subscribed just to see what's going on, and then straight away unsubscribed, which is obviously people who do a similar role to me, want to know what I'm doing. They get in and then they go, right, I'm out again, which I've done to other people. So I can't grumble at that. And then here's the overview of the workflow. So the very first thing that happens, I'll show you how you build this in a minute. The very first thing that happens is on the trigger, which is they join the group, they get an email called "You're in" with their name on it. That's gone out to 58 people. It goes out immediately, and still only 45% have opened it, because they obviously see it come in and go, oh, that's good. That's from that thing I've just signed up for.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to click on it, so I wouldn't expect much behavior on the email, but you can see a report if you want to. So that happens on trigger. 3 days after the trigger, this other email goes out, and that is a repeat of that one. And that behavior, you know, the trigger for that is 3 days after the main trigger. If they haven't opened the original email, they get the duplicate.
That's cool.
Just to make sure that we haven't missed anybody. Okay. And then 6 days after the trigger, so 6 days after that one goes out. So if they only opened it on day 3 when that one went out, this one goes 3 days later. So 6 days after the first day, 6 days after trigger, they get a value-based email from me saying, let's get you some more sales calls with a different picture of me. So on that one, I'm saying, look, this isn't about the challenge now. I want you to know who I am. I want you to know what I do. I want you to know how I can help you and why you should now start to be looking forward to the challenge. So rather than leaving them to go cold in between now and when the challenge begins on the 8th of December. But that, because the landing page has only just gone live, none of those have gone out yet, look. Okay, so we've done all this in like a real short space of time. And hopefully we're going to get over 100 on this one, which between now and the 8th of December, there's absolutely zero chance of not getting 100 when we've already got, you know, 58 have gone out. Okay, so now if I show you, that's the sort of overview, but what you want to know is how to build it. So I'll show you through a blank screen in a minute. That might be easier for you. When a subscriber joins a group, that is our trigger. So if this was a blank screen up there, it would have, you know, what is your trigger? And I can click on that and it will give me a choice of triggers. But I've chosen when a subscriber joins this group, that is my first, you know, first action, first thing that happens. And then the minute that happens, I'm telling it that email goes out and that's been completed. We've just seen these numbers 58 times. I then bring in another item called a delay, and I can tell it how many days or weeks or a specific time of day or week or month or year. So you could set that for a birthday, an anniversary, all sorts of stuff, you know, all sorts of stuff. Then obviously I've duplicated. So on this email up here, if I turn that off, so to edit this, I have to turn it off. It took me ages to figure that out, ages. And I saw somebody post in a Facebook group the other day. I saw somebody in a Facebook group say, I cannot work out. I've done everything in MailerLite and I cannot work out for the life of me why my workflow is not happening. And everybody was giving all this advice, and oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. And I thought, I know what's wrong here. They've done what I did, which is they didn't actually turn it on. So
you build it and you have to remember to turn it on.
You have to remember to turn it on. And if you want to go in and edit it, you have to turn it off.
Off. Okay, off to edit.
So
Right, so you have to find, so you cannot edit it when it's live.
no.
Cool, that's helpful to know.
Yeah, and so if I turned it off now, those ones that are sat in the queue would just stay in the queue. And the times would all stay exactly as it was at the moment I paused it. And then I can do my edits. You know, I go into these all the time and I add an extra email, you know, and like make it just a little bit more friendly, just a little bit warmer, a little bit nicer. So I'm always turning it on and off, and it doesn't affect the queue, because the minute you turn it on again, the queue triggers again. Okay. So then here, yeah, I've got that delay, and then out goes this other email. And there's 41 people waiting to get that email at the moment. But they don't know about it, obviously. So you can go and you can have a look at a report. You know, you can see here like 3% have bounced. So somebody has signed up for the challenge with a bad email, which is a bit disappointing, because you'd think this, you know, in these current circumstances, we wouldn't have email platforms that allow anybody to put a bad email in there, but it's happened. So that's how to build, that's the edit page of my live one. So if I show you create workflow, that's a brand new one. So you end up with, you got nothing.
It's got nothing. Yeah.
You got nothing. You haven't even got the on and off button up here, look, nothing.
Yeah.
So once you click on there, set up workflow trigger, you can give it a name. And then you can say, what's my trigger? So I always choose that one when somebody joins a group.
And when they complete a form, do you auto join them to the group?
I'm not sure. I've never used that one. But
I'm assuming that because for someone to enter your group, they have to do something. They have to fill in a form.
Exactly. So even if that form, even if you built a form, Ben, and you embedded that form using HTML code on your website, the minute you put that there, it's going to say, well, when somebody fills out that form, where do you want them to go? And they're going to go into a group. Where else can they go? So I've never really understood why that.
Can you add people manually to a group if you want to?
Yeah.
Fine, cool.
Yeah, when I had the Profit Project going, there was a couple of people that couldn't sign up, and I added them manually.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, when a subscriber joins, all completes a form, which you'd think is one and the same. Or you could say when a subscriber clicks a link. So you could say, when somebody's on my challenge landing page, if they were to just click something, then I want them to get another email, a different email. You know, I want them to drag them back to the landing page for whatever reason. There could be any number of reasons why you might choose that. When a subscriber field is updated, so you might have 500 records and 100 of them don't have somebody's birthday in them, but as and when you collect their birthday and you fill in that field, you want a trigger to go out saying, now we know your birthday, we'll send you a card, for example. The anniversary of a date, or the exact match of a date. And some of these I've never used, so I'm not going to tell you how to use them because I don't want to tell you wrong. But what I would always say is just test. I test everything until I'm comfortable with it. And if you're not sure, get an expert. You know, like I just find somebody who knows better than me. Because, you know, although I use it, I am not the best person. There's always people that know more. And so when you then have all of that in, it'll then say, select one of your groups, and I can then go and choose any one of my groups. For this one, I've got my 4-day challenge. You can then tick that box if I want to repeat a workflow. So let's say those two people that joined the challenge and then unsubscribed, if they were to see it advertised again and sign up again, this says repeat workflow for subscribers who rejoin the same group.
So I'm guessing, Rachel, is one of the metrics you measure the number of people who who sign up with an email address.
What do you-
Just for your business, because you want to get them into this process as opposed to engaging with them. So that's one of your big numbers you chase.
So at the moment, one of my big numbers I'm chasing is how many people that I've got on this challenge. So, you know, on my whiteboard over there, I've got a target that by the end of Sunday, I will have 70 people on this challenge. And yesterday it said 40. I've scribbled it out and put 42. I've scribbled it out, 49. Earlier on, scribbled it out, put 51. So I am focused on that landing page has got to deliver me what I need. And the reason it's got to deliver me, you know, really, I want 200 people on this challenge. You know, I want 200 people on it, because what I want to get out of it is people to choose one of 3 services. So based on their behavior on the challenge, I will market to them in different ways. I will put them in different funnels. So the initial number, you know, when we're talking about a funnel, this challenge is the top of the funnel.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give them 4 days of wonderful experience. And then I'm going to do my absolute best to get them to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage and the next stage.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And I'm going to use this to do it. So if I take you back to here, so that is my Authentic Sales Success School membership. So I haven't enrolled people using that landing page, because when they go on this landing page, I've made this process. Where is it? Right, so down here, look, there's no form. There's no anchor to a form. This takes them straight to Member Vault, because this is paid for. So I don't want them to just go into a MailerLite list, because I need to take money from them. And I can't take money. Well, I could take money in MailerLite. It can do that, but that's not my process. I choose not to do that. I take them straight to Member Vault, where I can take different monetary values based on which button they click. So when I then go to, when I then look at this landing page, I can't see what's converted and what's not. So although I get the benefit of being able to take money, I then lose the benefit of being able to see my conversion rate.
Yeah, of course.
Because one of the things that I have done is, let me think which one it is.
And for you, you prefer to convert in your Member Vault as opposed to on here?
Yes, because I prefer to take their money in Member Vault. It's just, for me, it's just cleaner.
Yes, right.
So it makes sense to, by the end of one of the emails, have it go to like a booking website.
So one of the emails, yes. So if somebody signed up to a particular group, and then instead of taking their money there and then, you send them to a booking page.
Yeah, so that they can schedule a call with me. Is that a good?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. You could have a landing page which is all about, you know, your services with a call to action at the bottom to book a call.
Now I assume that goes to Calendly or something, and they schedule the call there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. So I have got a scheduled call through Calendly at 7 o'clock tonight. So, which I got from a lady on Facebook yesterday. So you could, I gave her my Calendly link, but you could funnel people through to a landing page that's got your Calendly link embedded into it.
Rachel, I don't think I've ever met someone with quite such a work output as you.
Quite such a what?
A work output. I don't know how you do it all.
What do you mean?
You produce a phenomenal amount of work. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I suppose. I'm quite quick at what I do.
It's a compliment.
Yeah, I'm a bit like, I'm not a detail person. I can't be, I don't like the detail. I like to be fast and pacey, but I do like to know how things work.
Yeah.
Once I set my mind on, right, I know what a process needs to look like, I will make it work. And then once I know how to do it, I'm like a whirling dervish. I just go.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, because I'm in such a vertical learning curve stage, everything is new.
Yeah.
So I'm not in my comfort zone. It frustrates me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, when I first started doing this, I only started using this in August. You know, once, repetition creates.
Yeah, the more you do, the quicker you get.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm already noticing ways that I can improve this, like, I think it must be this one here. Look, there's an automation off this one. Is this the one? No, where is it? So here we go. Look, the DM freebie. So I've just put out a freebie on how to sell in the DMs, and we've sent 243 emails out for that one.
Good one.
One person unsubscribed. So Thais, you're in this one, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
You're in this. So this is a classic funnel. So this is a freebie download funnel. I've said, I'll give you a freebie. It's got a guide and a script. Do you want it? 49 people said, yeah, I'll have it. So in they come, and on the trigger, they get sliding into the DMs in style. Laura wrote that. That's Laura's email. Half the people opened it, 48% opened, 13 clicked. We sent it to 72 people. Not quite sure why there's such a big difference, but we can figure that out. I mean, that's what Laura and I are talking about tomorrow. So on trigger, that email went out. 2 days after that, we're helping people to hit a 10K month. 5 days after the trigger, we're talking about £12,000 worth of resources for them. And then 8 days after the trigger, we're giving them accelerate into 2021. I won't bore you by taking you into all those emails, but those emails are a gradual funnel directing somebody towards signing up for the Success School membership.
So your strategy is engage on social media, get their email address, get them into this.
Yes. Get them somewhere where they can start to understand, me, what I do, how I help them, why it's worth paying for. And then if you remember on the Profit Project, my value ladder, they can then decide where they fit on that. They can either come in at the lowest entry point value wise and join Success School. That's the cheapest option. Or they can say, sod all of that. I want a one-to-one. I want to pay the bigger money. Or there's a few different options in between, with obviously the Mastermind being one of them, Profit Project next year being another. So that's what the value ladder is for. So they come into my world and we nurture them through a series of emails. But the difference.
Sorry. How do you add the freebie into the email so they get it? If it's a downloadable thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually.
Yeah. So let's take you into that email.
I don't want to send an email and they didn't get what I told them I'd give them.
Yeah. So here's the email. So when you view it like this, it shows you who's clicked on what. So Laura's created a lovely little image there in Canva. You've impressed me big time is the headline. A little bit of text, not too much, because what they really want is the link. And so what that does is it takes them straight into, let's have a look where does that take them into? Straight into the course in MemberVault, which is where the download is.
So
does it have to sit on?
Can you host downloads in this?
No, they have to live somewhere else.
Okay, I'm just trying to get, so
I could give them, let's have a look. I could give them, so in here, look, this is, I don't know what this is. This is something in Canva. Oh, there you go. This is my,
Oh yeah, this.
my social selling wheel. So Laura's done some tweaks on this for me. What this does in Canva is we're in edit at the moment, so it's got edit on the end of the URL. But this is a URL that I could give somebody. I could copy that URL onto a button in MailerLite, and the minute that they say, yeah, I want it, they could end up with this. With obviously not in my edit screen.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
the finished thing. Okay.
I'm sure there's a way just to host a PDF on your website somehow.
If in a WordPress website, yes, I've got loads of PDFs on my WordPress website for my other business.
Yeah, I'll ask my developers that because I mean a new one done.
Yeah. Well, on my Momentum website, we've got loads of PDFs hosted on there, and people can just download them. And we've just built a little journey through the website. One of the key things to remember is to just keep the clicks to a minimum. Keep the journey from the client's point of view needs to be as fast as possible, because they will get bored. They will get bored.
So almost what I need to do, just thinking for me, is when I get back to do my social strategy, is to get people to get their email address, and then I'm having one of these done. So use the automation and go from there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I think, the difference with what I'm doing, I'm obviously giving you the sort of back office stuff of my operation. Everything that I deliver is online, everything. None of the people who engage with my sales mentor will ever get me in the flesh, ever, because it's built to be a global, anyone in any country. And obviously your business is slightly different, Ben. Sharon, you're probably somewhere in between. You can VA for anyone, anywhere, but you've also got some local relationships. Thais, you can design for anyone, anywhere. You can Pinterest manage for anyone, anywhere. So you're probably most similar to the online only model.
Yes.
When I'm designing funnels, all of my funnels are all about online. Whereas an online funnel, if you've got an element of face-to-face in your business, there's a point where online turns to offline.
Yeah, because for me it will be sign up for a Zoom call. Let's have a chat.
Yeah. I mean, even for me too, like the end goal is I want to talk to you so that I can put you into either Pinterest management or let me do some graphic design work for you.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And I'm just trying to, so you don't have to, okay. So things like your 4-day challenge, is that engaging with you, or is that videos?
No, that's me. They get me across 4 days. They get me an hour at the end of each day, giving them a class, bit like the
Cool.
4 days. And I will deliver them 4 days of wow, and I will get to know them. I will give, value, make everyone go, oh my God, Rachel's amazing. How can we work with her? And then hopefully I will get some of them into a paid version of the Profit Project. So like you guys did, that I've chosen to change the Profit Project into a 3-month course, a 3-month series of classes, because when I reflected on the Profit Project, there was so much content. I mean, I gave you guys so much. And the classes, when I watched them back, were just like, wow, 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 wow. Like, there's just loads and loads of detail. And I know I can break it down into smaller chunks and give people homework in between and
Yeah.
really make, and I've put the price up to $4,000. I was going to sell it for $600. It's $4,000.
So is it sort of a cross between this and what it was, or the same but just longer?
The same, but broken down into more chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To digest.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get some.
Well, I won't be actually selling it for $4,000 because obviously I need to be creating the value and then say, but you can only buy it in this window of time. Because that was my big learning from doing Profit Project last time, was I didn't give people a deadline. And I should have given them a deadline. I didn't want to give them a deadline, but I've since learnt that I need to give them a deadline.
People respond well to a deadline.
Yeah, you sell better if you've got that, like, oh no, it's gonna end soon. I gotta make a decision now.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just not a fan of that whole, you know, oh, life's not going to be worth living if you don't work with me. You know, that just doesn't sit right with me at all. But I can definitely get a sweet spot in between those two, you know, mindsets of, yeah, buy it wherever you like, or no, buy it here. So I think what I would just urge you guys to think about when you're thinking about automation and nurturing people through a series of emails, you really do have to put yourself in their shoes, like totally put yourself in their shoes. What are they ready to read from you? What are they, by the time they've had that email and a few days to think about it, what are they then ready for? Both getting the time frames right, getting the messages right, getting the call to actions right. There is a real knack to it.
And we can still send those emails to you.
Yeah. If you want me to have a look at the content of what you're writing, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, totally. No problem. So, Sharon, I feel like we haven't really covered anything of what you needed. You're right at the sort of beginning stage.
Yeah, I think I'll sign up for an account and then I should just plod my way through and then figure out how I can use it.
Yeah, I think let me just share again.
Because all I've done at the moment is all the contacts I've collected with networking over the last few years. I've just dumped in HubSpot. I send out the odd newsletter and then that's it.
And that's it. Yeah. Well, you know, in here, one of the things that you might want to do, that one of the first things to do with those contacts that you've built up is to start warming them up. Yeah, like start reminding them who you are and that you're here and what you do. And, you know, that's the meaning behind this email. You know, what's your vision? I'm sharing my vision, you know, like people want to know who you are. So you need to warm that audience up, because sales messages will never land if they are just sales messages. They have to be warmed. So
you've got really good copy here, Rachel.
You think?
Oh yeah, because it grabs you, doesn't it?
I hope so, yeah.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, thank you. So Sharon, you know, one of the things that you will want to do to practice is just maybe start designing some campaigns and you know, opening a newsletter. The minute you say create campaign, it gets you to type a title. You can put emojis in there, look, if you want to. You can personalize with their name if you want to. That's the other reason I'm always my first subscriber, because I like to test that the name is.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah, it really is. And then it won't let me go there, but no, it'll let me go there. So I can say create a drag and drop editor email. Oh, this will take ages. And then
yeah, this is the part where it's like,
it's just like, come on, I can go make a cup of coffee while you're doing it. That wasn't too long. So here you go. You can do all sorts of things with this, Sharon, but it works very, very similar to that landing page, that it is just drag and drop. I can say, right, what logo there, you know, bring me in, you know, one of them. Bring me in some links. Bring me in, you know, a video. It'll ask you for, you know, the when you click on that, it'll say, well, where's the video URL? You know, where are you hosting this thing? And you just drop.
Do you know you host on YouTube or something?
I host on YouTube, yeah, because it helps me grow my YouTube subscribers. So, you know, it'll give you all these different things that you can put in. Look, 4 articles with a title, hero image with an article. And it really is as simple as just play with it. Just play with these different things. You can bring in an event look. Yeah.
Good.
Countdown.
Nice little countdown. Signature, so it'll give you a digital signature. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I can see it. Well, it looks. It's just one of those things. Just play with it, isn't it?
Yes. We can spend a while here.
Not sure what that quiz option is, Ben, but you might like that.
Yeah, no, I can see that having some use. Well, I've built this quiz, which is kind of, and I don't think you'll be able to do it. It's kind of it gives you 3 different scores.
Okay.
In type form. So I just need to find a way that when they fill in the type form thing, it comes to here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
So lots to think about, guys.
Thank you, Rachel. Very helpful as always.
Thank you.
It is nice, isn't it, just to see behind the scenes of something, you know, like, because when you hear people talking about systems, and it's easy to think, oh God, you know, there must be some sort of expert at it and I'm never going to be able to learn it. I only got my hands on this in August.
Yeah, just
already, you know, that nurture sequence for the success school, you know, woke up the other day, somebody like opted in and bought into the success school. Somebody I don't even know had responded to those emails, and in they come, you know. So
I think that the harder thing is to copy the messaging, actually.
Yeah, the copy is tough.
Getting that right so it resonates, so people open them, because I know that I can build the emails. I'm not worried about that, but it's that's the harder thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just writing down, you just reminded me I need to introduce a copywriter to a client. I've met a copywriter on Instagram who writes copy for Virgin, and he's really good. He's British. He's up in Yorkshire, and him and the client I've been with this morning are a perfect fit. So I need to introduce them. So okay, always something to do.
And then with the links of the landing pages, are you putting those in Facebook groups? Is that what's happening? Okay.
So like earlier on today, I put a question in a Facebook group, in a coaches Facebook group, and said, are there any coaches here that would appreciate just doing some like genuine networking on Zoom? And I had so many people say yes. I've literally sent out the link to the event within the Facebook group to about 50, 60 people today, because they all on that thread said, yeah, I will. And so I will, you know, do my word. I will be true to my word. It is genuine networking. I'm not there to sell them anything. But you know as well as I know, once you get on a call and people say, so what do you do? And they'll be like, oh, I'll come into your Facebook group. I'll do this. And then, gradually I'll be able to offer them a freebie. In they come to the list. And so it goes on. So you've just got to design your processes that fit your clients. And that's, that's a good reason why we've paused the classes. So you guys have got time to really think about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel, as you know, I've had a bumpy day with this. I have got something of value to offer, you think?
God, yes.
Yeah.
I'm having a question myself, insecurity moment.
Having a moment. Yeah, Ben, if you're going to have a moment anywhere, this is a good moment to have it, because we can all tell you there is absolutely zero reason why you should be having a moment. You have got so much to give. Unfold those arms for me.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm sure we've all been there. So I had a proposal for a client, and I don't think they've gone to it. No, but possibly one of the things I maybe was over ambitious on the pricing, but they bought at that kind of level last time, and no, we all know a little bit of the puzzle, and there's always that bit of you which says, "Am I just trying to peddle a rip-off, or am I for real?"
You are for real, Ben.
I've certainly achieved some good things in the past.
Exactly. And you need to get them on the wall somewhere, or you absolutely need to, and everybody needs to do this. Just remind yourself every day about how amazing you are. And eventually, when you're well practiced at that, like I'm well practiced at that. Doesn't mean I'm arrogant or big-headed. It just means I'm well practiced at understanding what my gift is. We've all got different gifts, but I've spent, I've been in business 5 years now. I'm well practiced at getting myself out of those moments of going on, before the Profit Project, I was, that wasn't that long ago. I was where you are. What if nobody comes? What if it's rubbish? What if I can't do it? I had that. Yeah,
and to be honest, I've had another client this week who's delighted, super happy, and I think I'll turn this one round. Exactly. It is just a vertical learning curve, and as we all know, it's emotionally demanding.
It is, and even after 5 years, and even
now my internet's frozen.
Is it frozen?
No, it's come back.
As I say, even after 5 years and me feeling confident, still when my corporate client this afternoon was saying, oh, everybody loves you, that's still like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
It's just normal. The mindset of, I'm bloody brilliant, I don't have to worry about it. Well, then that would translate, and people wouldn't find that appealing. So it's good to be humble, as long as that doesn't turn into, oh my God, I'm never going to do it.
No, it's a balance, and I think all of us, yin and yang between a bit of hubris over here and a bit of disaster over here, and to be honest, in the middle ground there is a rational, balanced view. That's fine. It's like, it's just a vertical learning curve.
Yeah, it totally is. And on that note, it's 2 minutes to 7. I've got a discovery call. So now you guys know that when I go onto a discovery call, I do zero prep.
Good luck with your discovery call. I'm sure you're doing a great job.
It'll go great.
Winging it.
It's been lovely to see you all, and thank you, Rachel.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you again.
No worries. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Night.